Hello students, welcome to class 11 physics, chapter number 4, motion in a plane. In this video we are going to discuss about the scalar and vector quantities. So first let us see when it is needed to use the vector. Displacement, velocity and acceleration that are needed to describe the motion of an object along a straight line. We found that the directional aspect of these quantities can be taken care of by plus and minus signs. As in one dimension, only two directions are possible. But in order to describe motion of an object in two dimensions, a plane or three dimensions, that is space, we need to use vectors to describe the above mentioned physical quantities. Dear students, we had discussed about the motion of the object in chapter number 3, right? There we discussed the motion of the object in a straight line, right? And the displacement, velocity and the acceleration, such physical quantities were needed to describe the motion of an object, right? That is in a straight line. Now see, these are the vector quantities, the displacement, velocity, acceleration, these are all the vector quantities, right? And if we are describing that in a straight line, right, then the direction of the object, either it is mentioned with the plus sign or minus sign, right? Let us consider an object, right? Let us say that an object is moving in this direction, right? And let us consider this as the origin of the x-axis, right? Let us take this as the reference point, that is the origin. This will be the positive x-axis, this is the negative x-axis, right? If the object is moving towards the negative x-axis, right, then the value of that, let us consider the velocity of the object, right? And as for example, we say the velocity of the object is 5 meter per second, right? Then we can say that 5 meter per second is the magnitude of the velocity, right? And the direction is towards the negative x-axis. So we can write it as minus 5 meter per second, right? And if the object is moving towards plus x-axis, right, we can consider the velocity as plus 5 meter per second. That means when an object is moving in one dimension, right, directions are either in the left hand side or on the right hand side, right, from the reference point. That means here two directions are possible, right? That is towards the negative side and towards the positive side. So to mention the direction in one dimension, we can use the plus minus sign. But when we talk about the two dimensions and three dimensions, two dimensions means when we are talking about the object that is moving in a plane, right? That means let us consider a rectangular path, right? Then in these, the motion of the object is said to be in two dimensions, that is in a plane, right? But if you consider a box, right, and if the ball is thrown inside of that, right, then the object moves in the space. It is said to be moves in the motion in the space. So here for the object that is moving in a plane and the object that is moving in a space, that is two dimensions, and for space that is three dimension, vector is needed to describe the motion, right? In which direction? Because we know that vector quantities are the such quantities in which we can know we have the magnitude as well as the direction of the quantities, right? So the direction is to be mentioned in this two dimension and three dimension. Let us see the examples of one dimensional, two dimensional and three dimensional motion. When we say one dimensional motion, then we can consider motion of any object on a straight line, right? Let us consider the motion of a train or motion of a car on a straight line. When we talk about the motion in two dimension, that is two dimensional motion, we can consider the motion of striker on carom board, right? This game that you might have played, right? The carom board that you can see, that is the plane, right? It is having two dimensions, so it is the object that is moving, that is the striker on the carom board, is considered as the two dimensional motion. When we say the motion of the object in three dimension, right, you can consider the example of motion of fish in water, right? When we talk about ourselves, we also move in a space, right? That is in the three dimension. So three dimensional motion is motion of fish in water or motion of person in ground. You can consider that also. Now let us see what is scalar quantity and a vector quantity, right? What is the difference between the scalar and vector quantities? So vector quantities, the physical quantities which require the direction over and above their magnitudes for their specification are called vector quantities, right? The physical quantities that require both the values and the direction to describe it is called as the vector quantities. Examples are velocity, acceleration, force, weight, displacement, momentum, etc. Right? While the physical quantities which can be described by their magnitude only are called scalar quantities. That means the physical quantities which requires only the values to describe it is called as scalar quantities. For example, speed, mass, volume, size, temperature, amount of substance, power, work done, pressure, time, etc. are called as the scalar quantities. While representing these quantities, both magnitude and directions are to be stated. That means to describe a vector quantity, both magnitude and directions are to be stated. As for example, when we want to write the velocity, right? Then for writing the velocity, it should be written with value as well as the direction. That means suppose velocity is 5 meter per second, then phi is called the magnitude, and suppose it is along the x-axis, then the direction is mentioned by this I cap, right? So while representing these quantities, both magnitude and directions are to be stated. Now while representing these quantities, that is for scalar quantities, only its magnitude is required, that is correct value with the units. So for example, we want to know the speed, right? Then suppose the speed is 5 meter per second, we are just interested in the value, right? Then we can write 5 meter per second is the magnitude, right? So to state the vector quantity, we have to write magnitude and as well as we have to mention its direction, while when writing the scalar quantity, only the magnitude is required. For vector quantities, it cannot be added algebraically. And for the scalar quantities, the quantities are added or subtracted algebraically. As for example, if you are having the length of the rectangle as say 1 meter and breadth as 0.5 meter, right? Then we can find its perimeter, right? That is perimeter is equals to length plus breadth, right? Then we can add up this length and breadth algebraically, because perimeter is also a scalar quantity. So in scalar quantities, it can be added or subtracted algebraically. But for vector quantities, it cannot be added algebraically, because if we consider the velocity of the object, right, velocity of two objects say, then velocity of the first object, let it be 5 meter per second and it is moving along the x-axis, right, and velocity of another object which is moving along z-axis, right, so whose magnitude is 10 meter per second. So these velocities has different directions, so it cannot be added algebraically, it cannot be added directly. So this is the difference about the vector quantities and scalar quantities. So students, you may write down this important question.